Okay, thank you very much for having me today here in Stettin. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Heinicke, and I will talk today a little bit about finding a new job. Be yourself, be honest, and don't waste your time. Just a few remarks referring to myself and my personality. I started to be in headhunting 10 years ago in an agency in Moscow, and I worked there for 3.5 years as a junior consultant, and I was always in between candidates and clients. So I have seen many processes, what can be successful for a candidate and what can be successful for a client. So I have seen many success stories, but also many failures. And I think the key message that I want to give you today is really to be with yourself. This is the most important thing. This is my team. We are a young team of experienced headhunters, HR consultants. We are active worldwide in talent sourcing. And this is my program I want to go through with you, and the most important thing is really to be with yourself and really to understand yourself from the very beginning. So you know, we have a term in HR. Actually, everybody is talking HR, and it's standard, it's common base. Everybody is saying HR, but I'm convinced it's not being a resource somehow. But what do I mean by HI? Maybe someone can guess what could mean HI? What do you think? What it could be? HI could be a human. Yes, high is also good. No, but a human individual. Human individual. Someone who is really responsible for your own things. And the most important thing, what I understood, you're growing with your people. So when you're looking for a job, first you have to think about who do I know, and is this really the right person to progress me towards a new job? Who's in your network? And you know, my professor said to me always 15 years ago, who knows you? Your grandmother and your goldfish. And actually, I can really say in that time it was really true. Now, a couple of years later, I can really say that most of the things that you achieve in your career, whatever it is it a starting a career or transition a career, it's not about companies, it's about people. It's about the people that you are together with. And yeah, it's like this. What is important? Life is a pitch, and life is a pitch, it means you have to present yourself in the way you want to be seen. So it means check out your social media platforms, check out your LinkedIn profile, maybe also your Sing profile or other sites where you present in the social network, and really think a little bit about out of the box how I'm presenting myself here, and is it the vision how I want to see myself also in the future. And when you have done all this, it's about really to be memorable. At the end of the day, this is a key thing for any company. When you send your resume to someone, it's not at all efficient when you do copy-paste letters, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes spending, and it's very efficient. You can send 100 letters to 100 companies within one day, but it's not at all effective, because the company will see it, the company will understand it, and sometimes it's maybe even needed to knock a door. But at least you did one step, you are here, you're on a job fair, you're looking at the companies, you're open, go for it. And this is always challenging, of course, to do this, but this is important to do it now. Another thing is that when you're in your current stage, just imagine yourself, you want to be a sales manager in an international company, maybe a financial institution, let's call it a bank. If you want to be in sales in the banking sector, so think about what are the key elements to be a successful sales manager in the banking sector. If you want to be like this, you should already understand what should be the taste and with whom I could connect maybe, who could tell me more about this, give me insights. So this means you have to meet insiders, you have to get connected with them. I highly recommend you not to get connected only with HR. HR is for administration, very good, but if you want to be effective, you have to get in contact with the line managers, you have to get in contact with the heads of the companies, and then you will be much more successful and you will be much faster getting to your target where you want to go. Another thing is to push yourself, ask the questions, ask the right questions. You know, sometimes being in a company can be very strange after a while. Maybe after 3 months, maybe after 6 months, maybe after 2 years. Because there are some things happening and you don't understand why they are happening. Because you did not ask the question in advance, in the right way. You did not ask, is this allowed in the company? Do we have also business trips now? You didn't tell me this before, no, you didn't ask. But it's clear that we do have this, of course. Flexibility is written in the job description. So the definition of the requirements is highly important, and the most important thing is then here again to make your expectation clear. What is your career path, and of course also how about bonus schemes, how it works, everything together. This is a very important step. So another thing is then really when you have done this, when you have done all your homework. It's really important to move your ass and to get out of your comfort zone. If you want to have a new job, a better job, you also have to show that you really want this job. And you can show it through several things. You can also knock a door a second time, a third time. Nothing bad about this. You know, in my 10 years of being a headhunter right now, I have seen so many candidates knocking a second time the door and then it was open before it was closed. So don't think that a rejection means immediately always it's forever. It's not. It's not at all, and believe me, there were so many things happening. And another thing is what I see often in candidates, forget about all your imagination and expectations from the beginning that you're always seeing the right picture. You go through a door, it's maybe the door on the left, and you understand, oh, good that I was here. But it's not the door on the left, maybe it's the door on the right, or maybe it's the door in the middle. You never know this. The most important thing is that you are there, that you are already in the floor and in the room. And it means at the end of the day, it means you have to test more. Test more, I really can tell you, this is a real move to leave a company after 3 days starting to work there. It's a move to leave a company after 2 months working there. I know you will tell me, oh, this person is crazy. No, they're not. I met most of the candidates who did this. They were highly experienced. And I can say I was impressed by this move. And most of the time, the good candidates, they were right about the bad shape of the company, because the company sold them something what the company could at the end of the day never deliver. So it doesn't mean when you start and you sign a contract that you have to stay forever there, and you have to understand that it's good to quit. Another thing what I hear quite often is, oh, you don't have this grade, you don't have this 3 years of experience in IFRS or something like this, International Financial Reporting Systems, and or other grades, or you did not have a Cambridge certificate, this from Oxford we cannot accept, things like that, and such kind of things and expectations. I think it's really a bullshit, and you should forget about this. If someone starts to measure you like a number, I believe there is no number like personality, and just forget about this and go ahead for another company. So this is actually, I already touched, I really think that it's one of the keys. Nothing at all is forever in a company, and also in your career. When you are, the most important thing is that you're always developing and growing yourself. The key is focus on your strengths. I know from the school, and we got so many, and then in the university, and then maybe in the first job, we got so often that people told us, you're not good in this, you have to work on your analytic skills, you have to work on your sales skills, you're not accurate enough, you're not doing this good enough. Believe me, life is too short to work on your weak points. Understand which strong points you have and then focus on them and develop them in such a proper way that you can really show, this is my strength and here I'm really good at. And then you will succeed. And this is really the winner's mindset. The winner's mindset is, I couldn't say it better, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. And it's about wherever you go, in which direction you want to go. If you're sure about your vision, if you're clear with your self-expectations, and if you're honest towards the person in front of you who could be your potential employer in the future, then you should really make clear what is this, what you want. And then you can have a very good performance. So, almost finished. Now relax a little bit, be yourself, and give your best. And then at the end of the day, believe me, you will be the winner and you will have your things done. So from my perspective, there are two things that I saw in the last 10 years, what differentiates successful candidates from not so successful candidates, non-successful candidates. I know it's very rough to take just two variables and to say these are the two, but for me these are the two. You have to be focused on the things you want, and you have to be honest to yourself and to the other person what you really expect, and then you are successful. Thank you very much for your attention. Any questions and feedback, very welcome.